Hello everyone, this is Crota coming at you, giving you game 4 in the series between yAws and Cash. Gonna go ahead and speed things up to the 2-minute mark as I am a little bit tight on time today. You have yAws spawning as the yellow human on the top left-hand side of the map. Meanwhile, Cash has spawned as the red orc on the top right. This is going to be 1v1 on Echo Isle as we now are at the 2-minute mark, and the Blade Master already going to clear out this Ogre Warrior. Timing on the Voodoo Lounge will be so that he is able to, oh, very nicely done there, purposely pulling back with the Blade Master so that when the Grunt is ensnared, he is still able to attack. All right, timing there, gonna go ahead and sell some items and pick up some healing salves and make on his merry way. Meanwhile, Archmage has picked up a Gloves of Haste, clearing out this 3-3-3 creep camp, and both of them are gonna now make their way towards each other. Now, I am a bit surprised that we do see an Archmage here on Echo Isle. Normally, or very commonly, we see a Mountain King on this map here, and expansions are abundant. However, maybe against the Orc player, he is going to try and use that Tavern Beastmaster once more. Not quite sure what we saw in game number 3, but yAws and Cash really flipped the script in game number 3, where yAws just seemed to have every single answer against Cash, and Cash wasn't playing up to snuff. We'll see if that's going to continue to hold true once more as the Archmage looking to get to level 2. There he goes. As you can see on the mini-map, there was Militia creeping out that level 3 creep, level creep right over there, as the Archmage is looking to really shut down that Blade Master and prevent him from getting too many items. Now, it looks like the Blade Master is going to go ahead and pick up a Circlet of Nobility. He did pick up a Gloves of Haste, not quite sure where he got that. He could have ended up buying that from that merchant shop, as that I know that is a rather common strategy. And oh, there's that Troll Berserker there. He gets taken down. Blade Master now has Boots of Speed, and the Archmage is now going to be off to the races as he tries and runs away. Staff of Teleportation will get him away pretty quickly, and now he's going to be able to go after, well, where is he going to go? Not quite sure yet. Nope. The Archmage really just wasting time here. Not quite sure why he's hiding out in this neck of the woods. This is a rather unusual spot, as we now see Footman now backing off. All right. This is a very big head scratcher for me. I don't know exactly what the Archmage was thinking. Perhaps he knows that the Blade Master is now nearby inside his base, so he can go ahead and, oh wow, saves that peasant with a little bit of hit points, and the Archmage is still running around without any real focus. I'm not quite sure what yAws is expecting here, but if he's hoping to be able to creep in peace, he needs to have better awareness on where that Blade Master is actually. And you can see that that Blade Master now looking for that Archmage. That Archmage now sitting at level 2 did pick up a Tome of Strength +2, so that is going to be helpful for him. Additional +50 hit points as he now makes his way off to the north. Timing on the stronghold just going to get completed. Archmage may try to run in, drop a water elemental or two, but the Orc burrows are positioned in such a way that the Archmage is not going to be able to get that much piercing damage in without taking some piercing damage himself. Grunts now running around here. Blade Master chasing after a low hit point Footman. He's going to get his man and get that much closer to level 2, but I gotta say, this game is kind of sloppy on both sides. No one really taking objectives. No one really putting pressure. No one really leveling. We are at the 5-minute 30-second mark of this game, and we have a level 2 Archmage and a level 1 Blade Master, and that is it. No real serious engagements whatsoever. No real strong creeping. Archmage just now going to get to level 3. He is already at keep, and he is now speed building those Arcane Sanctums, so perhaps going to be getting those Priests and those Sorceress, which are oh so necessary. Archmage now making his way off over here. Gonna perhaps try and creep out this Ogre Magi. Creep can pick up another good item. No, of course not. As the Archmage now makes his way off to the Mercenary camp. Is he gonna creep this out? Yes, he will. He's gonna finally go ahead and creep this location out instead, as the Mountain King joins in on the fight. All right. Mountain King gonna get a Stormbolt off on that Renegade Wizard and take him down pretty quickly. No Stormbolt, just the animation on the Purge. There's Dust of Appearance, making sure that that Blade Master was nowhere nearby. Mountain King taking a little bit of Lightning Shield damage on accident, as we're looking at the Archmage now having to be a little bit careful, as he may end up damaging those priests inadvertently. All right, Mountain King looking to finish up the rest of the kobolds here, still sitting at level 1. Archmage did end up stealing level 2 from that Mountain King here, as we're looking at the Archmage using that Clarity Potion and leaving behind a Tome of Strength. All right, Shadow Hunter is out. Blade Master is out. And Cash sitting at a level 2 Blade Master at this point, at this stage in the game, with only a level 1 Shadow Hunter. He needs to back off with that Blade Master to ensure level 2 on the Shadow Hunter at the very least to get Hex and Healing Wave. Meanwhile, double ensnares onto that Water Elemental. Blade Master is nearby. He is going to Wind Walk and spot out the rest of this. Mountain King really wants to get to level 2. He does have a Pure Up of Vitality, which is a rather useful item. And the Blade Master may, yes, steal a bit of experience now, backing away once more. Mountain King, however, gets to level 2. And we are going to see perhaps Bash or Thunderclap coming in. All right, Blade Master now wandering away. You're going to be taking a look at the Shadow Hunter, Blade Master, Troll Berserkers. We are looking at a bit of Spirit Link as well. And we are going to be going into this upcoming fight here. All right, Water Elemental is going to go ahead and turn around, try and fight back against that Blade Master. Nope, not really doing anything. There's an ensnare, so a little bit of free experience for Cash there. And yeah, this just seems like a bad choice by yAws to even try and drop that Water Elemental. All right, 2 Water Elementals lost, 250 mana that you cannot get back for yAws, and that is just going to show you how this game is going. Just very, very poor engagements. No one really having any good idea. There's an ensnare now. Troll Berserker ready to go. Priest ready to go. Sorceress are ready to go. A bit of slow now cast as the Blade Master and Shadow Hunter may try and engage here. All right, there is a bit of damage. Stormbolt onto the Spirit Walker. Spirit Walker taking a fair bit of damage as Militia coming in from the north. All right, this is actually a good engagement for yAws, getting in the Militia for that extra bit of damage. Stormbolt, there was only 1 Spirit Walker, and taking down that Spirit Walker. Oh, so never mind, 2 Spirit Walkers now. Very, very key. Roar now up on the Grunts as another Stormbolt goes down. Troll Berserker caught in a very, very sticky situation. It's going to get taken down. Raider going to get taken down as yAws is doing a fair bit of damage, but now the Militia have turned back into their peasant forms, and all they can really do is perhaps get a couple of surrounds. All right, it looks like another unit Raider is going to get taken down there. Mountain King still has plenty of mana to go. 1 more Stormbolt ready as he is now going to go after all of these slowed units. You can see that the Sorcerers are pulling away ever so slowly. The Roar is helping, but I don't think it's going to be enough, and I think Cash is just overcommitted into this fight. He is losing way more units than he should, but we could have foreseen that for quite some time. Mountain King now getting that Scroll of Town Portal. This is more of a defensive Scroll of Town Portal to make sure that all of his units are going to stay alive. 1 Scroll of Regeneration, a whole bunch of healing later, and the supply count 50 over 54 compared to 34 over 50. Cash is in serious trouble going into this next fight. Now, not quite sure what Cash wants to do to try and recover. This is not the same Cash that we saw in Games 1 and Games 2 of this series. I don't know if he's playing a little bit easier just instead, or if yAws is playing that much better. I haven't seen superb play coming from yAws so far in this matchup, but as we now see yAws maintaining that advantage, he is going to be able to get to level 3 on that Mountain King. Level 2 Stormbolt is that much more effective, and those Spirit Walkers will not be able to go into the ethereal form to try and dodge those spell breakers. The Sorceress and the Mountain King all deal bonus damage on ethereal units, as the Archmage now sitting at level 4 picking up a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability and a Scroll of Healing. Now coming back around, Blade Master, Shadow Hunter, ready to go. We're going to come in for a little bit of an engagement here. Gargantuan Sea Turtle now chasing after all of these units now, as we see Gargantuan Sea Turtle coming in over here. Spellbreakers catching a Grunt out of position, and things are just snowballing so well for Cash right now. He has the bigger army, so any engagement is pretty much going to be in his favor, as the Priest now getting a little bit of front of blocking action onto that Grunt. That Grunt unable to walk through that Priest there, and hence another free unit. All right. All that's left in the creep camps are the 2 Gargantuan Sea Turtles on the bottom left and bottom right. Those could get taken out pretty quickly, as we're looking at the Sorceress now get into position here. All right, here's the Huntsman. Here's the engagement. The Water Elemental is ensnared up in the front. That means he's not going to be taking any damage since she is ensnared. The Gargantuan Sea Turtle now chasing after some of the remaining units. Meanwhile, Blade Master hoping that the Blade Master himself is going to grab enough items, but the Blade Master here a little bit in a bad spot as he doesn't have any Claws of Attack +6 or any real way to get bonus damage onto himself. 30 to 52 bonus damage, or 30 to 52 damage on a Blade Master is rather low, as that Blade Master does have Spirit Link, so his hit points are actually significantly higher than what we're seeing here.
A player's force.
All right, one invisible footman now chasing after units. Mountain King, double Pure Up of Vitality, just in a very interesting spot there. He's taken 400 damage and still has 800 more than that Archmage, and we're gonna see a little bit of a turnaround here as yAws losing some sorceresses. Oh wow, that was a very low hit point Raider. However, the Stormbolt and the Water Elemental was not enough to finish it off there. All right, Mountain King needs to heal back up. It looks like Cash got back to 50 over 60 supply compared to 52 over 66. What is yAws doing? He has a whole bunch of units just queued up. That's an absolute mistake right there. He has over 1,000, I would say about 1,200 gold queued up, and that's the reason why he is not able to train up enough units here. Perhaps if he had tried to train up some footmen, he is now sitting at 53 with more units still being trained. You can see that Tiger is actually higher in current army size since he is not training up any units, and he is still at maximum supply. Meanwhile, let's see that priest and that priest there. All right, we're gonna get into 59 over 66 now. More gold getting added as we're looking at a whole bunch of Spellbreakers and also Sorceress being added to this group. All right, Cash getting a little bit of reprieve and a break in the action. I think yAws is going to make his way up to 66 supply, maybe even 72, and as you see another farm being placed down, and then time his next attack then. All right, let's go ahead and follow things up. Let's see where all of this is happening now. Mountain King, double Circlets of Nobility, double Pure Ups of Vitality, 1,250 hit points on that tanky Mountain King. All he needs now is a Ring of Protection, and he would pretty much be unstoppable because of that armor percentage-based addition. All right, Nightcrawler going to finish off over here. Mountain King going to get to level 4. And I believe he does have Bash here. Haven't seen Bash proc all too often, but just enough to tip things in his favor as we are still looking at more and more Spellbreakers getting added. 65 over 72, we're at 500 gold again. No reason to not continue to queue up more units. Not quite sure why he is leaving that. There you go, Spellbreaker now getting trained up again as we see, I believe, the Arcane Vault taken out at the front door. Archmage is Invis. Oh, Brilliance Aura. Oh, Toma retraining. So yAws going back to that Toma retraining strategy that we saw earlier. Mountain King, if he's able to get a Thunderclap off and then add in that Blizzard, that is going to be a lot of damage to be had. All right, let's take a look. Mountain King also has a Ring of Regeneration, so that is an additional 2 hit points a second on top of the healing. And with a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, I cannot see yAws losing this game, or at least not losing that Mountain King unless things go horrifically wrong. All right, let's take a look at this. Mountain King at level 4, Archmage at level 4, making their way over. Blade Master seen at level 3, as we're going to see all the units now making their way off. And yAws not cutting through this direction here, is instead going to be going the long way around to chase after the units. And Cash just has better awareness, and I gotta say, Cash has perhaps been playing a little bit of a better game. He just doesn't have the army to show for it right now. yAws with the larger army, 72 over 72 compared to 67 over 70, and also with more experience on his heroes, should be able to just use that advantage and push into victory here. yAws gonna lose one footman in this engagement here, but there is the Blizzard. Raider now trying to get into position. No ensnare until just now. There's the Thunderclap. As you see, another ensnare now go down. All right, that Blizzard, so much slow, has been used across the board. Mountain King still with plenty of mana. There's a healing wave. There's an ensnare coming in. A healing wave onto that Raider, enough to keep that Archmage alive. All right, Archmage now needs to be a little bit careful. Needs to back off here. Healing wave still coming through. Militia now being called into the front lines as another Blizzard rains down, and with no Raider nearby. Oh, now transition into Wind Riders. All right, if Cash can hold off on these Wind Riders, he will be in a very good spot. Speed Scroll now being used to able to that Archmage to get out of a hairy situation, but Invis quickly comes in, and that Archmage also has Spirit Link, hence the difficulty. They have been trying to take that down. All right, Shadow Hunter now pretty much out of the game. He is surrounded by Spellbreakers, nowhere to go, nowhere to hide, and he will get taken down here in just a moment. Shadow Hunter going to give, nope, not level 5 to the Archmage, but it is going to be close as more and more Blizzards rain down on the remaining units. Shadow Hunter has fallen, and you can see that that Mountain King is just still so strong, plenty of life, and there is the GG. Cash taking, or excuse me, yAws taking game number 4 in this series to even it up at 2 games apiece. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening, hope you guys enjoyed it.